Introduction: what's at stake? Today I want to explore a question that has generated buzz among the community. Is LightningBruiser coming into Real Steel WRB? The significance of this question is more than mere roster expansion. For those who care about variety, balance, nostalgia, and freshness of the game, the addition of a new bot, especially one with LightningBruiser type, could shake up meta, bring renewed interest, and enrich the WRB universe. On the other hand, premature expectations or misinformation can lead to frustration, disappointment, or unrealistic hope. So I invite you to join me as I walk through what we know, what we don't know, what we hope, and what we must realistically expect regarding LightningBruiser's inclusion in WRB. Who or what is LightningBruiser? To assess the likelihood of LightningBruiser appearing in WRB, we first need to define what LightningBruiser is, or claims to be. The name LightningBruiser appears as a robot in the extended mobile game universe related to the Real Steel franchise. On a Spanish-language Real Steel fan wiki, LightningBruiser is described as a robot jugable, playable robot, introduced in a 2021 update of Real Steel HD. According to that source, LightningBruiser was among the last legend robots added in coins before the shift toward in-app purchases. The same source states that LightningBruiser was later added to Real Steel Champions, RSC, implying that the robot persists in the broader Real Steel mobile game ecosystem. However, and crucially, the same wiki states that to date, LightningBruiser only exists in RSHD and RSC, but has not been added to WRB. Additionally, LightningBruiser does not appear in the public listing of bots for Real Steel WRB on the main wiki site. In the LightningBruiser category page, the list of bots does not include a dedicated LightningBruiser, instead it enumerates other bots, e.g. those under LightningBruiser type, but LightningBruiser as a bot name is not among them. Thus, LightningBruiser appears to be a robot concept from extended/side games, but not officially present in Real Steel WRB's roster as of the last public documentation. In short, LightningBruiser exists, but not, yet, in WRB, at least not in any confirmed, documented sense. Evidence, for and against LightningBruiser in WRB. Let's look at arguments and evidence on both sides, why fans think yes, why the data says no, so far. Evidence suggesting LightningBruiser is not in WRB. 1. Official roster listings. The main, canonical, Real Steel WRB bot listings, including the set of bots under the LightningBruiser type, do not include LightningBruiser as one of the named bots. The known official games in their rosters, whereas LightningBruiser is listed under robots for Real Steel HD and Real Steel Champions, it is not listed under Real Steel WRB's confirmed bot roster. No confirmed announcement/release note. I find no verifiable announcement from the developers or from an official source, e.g. patch notes, forum, Reddit dev posts, stating that LightningBruiser has been or will be added to WRB. The closest things are fan-generated content, forums, Reddit threads, speculation. For instance, a Reddit thread in 2025 complains about lack of new original robots, and suggests the developers are no longer prioritizing real additions. Quote from a fan. Fan wiki disclaimer. The fan wiki for LightningBruiser, robot, explicitly warns that the robot belongs exclusively to the universe of the mobile games developed by Reliance Games, but that it is not part of the canon. This suggests that even in fan-created documentation, there is recognition that LightningBruiser's status is unofficial/unconfirmed for WRB. Community memory and player commentary. Some players in community forums treat LightningBruiser as an outside concept, not part of the WRB main timeline. For example, in a Reddit discussion, voters in r/RealSteel have stated, regarding new WRB-style additions, skepticism. Others claim the game has been stagnating. I thought this game stopped getting updates after WRB Gold, so I expected glitches, with implication that new robot additions have slowed or halted. Given all that, the preponderance of documented evidence points toward, as of now, LightningBruiser is not part of Real Steel WRB. Evidence/arguments suggesting LightningBruiser could be added, or should be. 1. Precedent of cross-game additions. The developers behind Real Steel games have previously migrated reported robots between versions. Some bots from Real Steel HD or Real Steel Champions, RSC, have later appeared in WRB or related modes. For instance, many bots exist across games, suggesting that cross-game inclusion is possible. Because LightningBruiser is already implemented in RSHD and RSC, including movesets, animations, possibly art assets, adapting it for WRB would theoretically require less effort than creating a brand new bot from scratch. That makes it a feasible candidate for future inclusion. Fan demand and community interest. There is clearly fan interest, as quoted above. Players have expressed desire for new, like an entirely new career chapter with entirely new and original robots. Including LightningBruiser could help revive or re-energize WRB, especially if the perceived stagnation and repeated recolors of existing bots is a community complaint. Many fans lament lazy updates of recolors rather than new bots. For some, LightningBruiser may help restore variety and competitiveness, especially if it's balanced well and offers a fresh style distinct from existing bots. 3. Logical fit in bot type taxonomy. As a LightningBruiser type, LightningBruiser fits the existing taxonomy of bots in WRB. There are many bots in WRB under LightningBruiser, or LightningBruiser type, so adding a bot with that designation, if balanced, would not break classification. Thus, from a structural/game design standpoint, there's no obvious disqualifier preventing LightningBruiser's inclusion. Past teasers/community speculation. Some community-created concepts for a hypothetical WRB sequel or expansion include LightningBruiser in their bot rosters. For example, a Reddit post listing WRB 2 fights includes LightningBruiser as one of the bots. While such posts are not official, they show that among community modding/creative circles, LightningBruiser is considered a plausible or desirable inclusion. That keeps hope alive for some players. Given these arguments, there are reasons to believe, or hope, that LightningBruiser could be added to WRB, though none of them constitute solid confirmation. Obstacles, challenges, and why LightningBruiser might never arrive in WRB. Even if there is demand and logical fit, there are real obstacles that might prevent LightningBruiser from being integrated into WRB. 1. Licensing/canon legitimacy issues. The fan wiki for LightningBruiser itself warns that the robot belongs to the mobile game universe, and calls it non-canon relative to the core WRB canon. If the developers or rights holders distinguish between main roster canon and side/unofficial content, they may elect not to import non-canonical bots to avoid dilution of canon or confusion. 2. Lack of official communication/developer inactivity. To date, there is no official announcement or teaser from the game's developers, or their channels, that LightningBruiser is coming to WRB. Community comments, on Reddit and elsewhere, suggest that update frequency has dropped or that the game may have lost momentum. They stopped caring and most likely lost the Real Steel license. WRB 2 having nothing related to WRB except by name. If the company behind WRB is no longer prioritizing expansions, the chance of new bots, especially non-canon ones, being added becomes unlikely. Technical/balancing concerns. Even if LightningBruiser's assets exist, porting a bot into a live game involves balancing stats, animations, testing for bugs, integrating special moves, ensuring compatibility with game modes, etc. That takes time and resources. There might be design decisions or meta-balance reasons. Perhaps existing bots cover similar niches, speed plus power plus agility, making LightningBruiser redundant, or there could be concerns about making it overpowered or underpowered. Community fragmentation and expectations management. With many fans wanting original robots, developers may face pressure, but they also risk backlash if the new addition disappoints, bugs, poor balancing, weak novelty. The fact that some players express frustration at lazy recolors suggests the community is already wary of subpar updates. Introducing a bot like LightningBruiser might require careful marketing and communication, and in absence of that, developers might opt not to risk it. Possibility that LightningBruiser isn't real/official. It's worth acknowledging that LightningBruiser may be more of a community/fan creation or a side game bot rather than an officially sanctioned WRB bot. The existence in non-WRB games and the non-canon label suggest that perhaps the developers never intended to integrate it into WRB. That means the entire idea of adding it might rest on fan wish rather than developer plan. As long as there's no official roadmap or confirmation, the hope might remain just that, a wish. What would it mean, for the game/players, if LightningBruiser were added? If, hypothetically, LightningBruiser were officially brought into WRB, what could that mean for the game, its players, and the community? Here are some likely impacts, positive and negative. Potential benefits. Freshness and renewed interest. A new bot, especially one with a name like LightningBruiser, could rejuvenate interest among veteran players who've grown tired of the same roster or minor recolors. Meta shakeup. Depending on its stats and special moves, LightningBruiser could shift the competitive meta, possibly offering new strategies, counters, or styles that existing bots don't. Expanded variety. More bots mean more variety in fights, more customization options, and more fun. For players who enjoy collection or completion, a new bot adds value. Community goodwill. If the developers listen to community demand and deliver a long-requested bot, it fosters trust, loyalty, and potential growth of the player base. Potential risks/downsides. Balance issues. If LightningBruiser isn't carefully balanced, it could be overpowered, breaking fairness, or underpowered, making it useless. Either way, that despairs competitive integrity or fan reception. Redundancy/oversaturation. If LightningBruiser feels too similar to existing bots, in moves, stats, style, players may consider it redundant, especially if more recolors or minor variants follow. Resource/update fatigue. If the update is handled poorly, bugs, delays, server issues, it could worsen existing player frustrations instead of fixing them. Canon and lore confusion. For fans who care about lore/canon, importing a non-canon bot might muddy the narrative or continuity of the WRB universe. What the community, fans and players, say. Mixed feelings and wishful thinking. Community voices and discussions on Reddit and fan forums provide valuable insight into how players feel about the possibility of LightningBruiser in WRB. Here are some recurring themes. Some players are skeptical, or resigned, about new bots or meaningful updates. One comment says, "They stopped caring and most likely lost the Real Steel license. It's why we have them do URF, and WRB2 having nothing related to WRB except by name." That reflects anxiety that the developers may have deprioritized WRB. Others hold out hope that new shit like an entirely new career chapter with entirely new and original robots could come, perhaps with bots like LightningBruiser. There is nostalgia for the earlier days, but also disappointment at perceived stagnation. For example, some players lament that the game now recycles old bots with recolors instead of adding brand new ones. A minority view sees LightningBruiser, and similar fan-originated robots, as weak or redundant. One comment in a thread about least favorite robots says, "Probably LightningBruiser, I mean he's literally just Gridlock's head on stage 3 atom body." That shows some distrust or dissatisfaction, perhaps fearing that adding such a bot would feel low effort or uninspired. So community opinion is decidedly mixed. There's a base of desire for new bots, and perhaps for LightningBruiser, but also frustration, skepticism, and fear of poor execution. Conclusion: where things stand and what to expect. After surveying the evidence, the arguments, and the community pulse, here's my assessment, as of now. There is no verified, official confirmation that LightningBruiser has been or will be added to Real Steel WRB. The publicly available rosters, canonical listings, and developer-provided documentation do not include LightningBruiser under WRB. Therefore, while it's possible that one day the developers may choose to add LightningBruiser, especially given its existence in the extended Real Steel game universe, as of today it remains a fan wish/rumor rather than a reality. For players hoping for greater variety, new bots, roster expansion, LightningBruiser represents a hopeful candidate. For developers, it could provide a low-hanging fruit, asset reuse, but also a risk, balance, community backlash, licensing. Given the apparent slow pace of updates and community concerns over stagnation, I think the odds of LightningBruiser being added in the near future are low unless there is renewed interest, demand, or a relaunch of WRB content. What you, the fan/player, can do. If you're in favor of LightningBruiser being added to WRB, or just want more variety, here are some constructive actions. 1. Voice your support publicly on official forums, game-related Discord/Reddit threads or social media. Developers sometimes pay attention to active community demand. 2. Organize a petition or poll. If enough players express the desire, a petition or poll can show demand more clearly than isolated comments. 3. Offer constructive feedback rather than just "we want new bots." Suggest how bots like LightningBruiser should be balanced, what unique features they should have, or what special moves should differ from existing bots. Support ongoing updates/expansions. If the game sees renewed engagement, downloads, active players, revenue, developers may have incentive to invest resources, including in new bots. Closing thoughts. In the world of robot boxing and mobile game fandom, hope often flickers brightest when the odds seem slim. LightningBruiser stands as a symbol of that hope, a spark that could bring fresh energy into WRB's ring. But until we see official confirmation, Lightning remains in the shadows. Maybe one day we'll witness LightningBruiser's entry, lights flashing, pistons firing, and spectators roaring. Until then, we wait, we watch, and we hope. Thank you.